Hi, this is Tracey from GiftBasketAppeal, and today I'm doing a design team project. It's a Christmas in July card, so let's get started. This is a project using Made It stamps, and I'm going to be using this Memory Lane stamp. I'm going to just use the sentiment from it, Happy Holidays. And I'm going to be using this stamp called Happy. I'm going to be using this banner right here. And this banner is going to become the background for my card. So we're challenging, during the month of July, we're challenging ourselves to make backgrounds for our Christmas cards. And I hope this inspires you. So normally you would use this banner and stamp it out and put one of the sentiments inside of it, but I'm going to take this banner and use it differently. I'm going to stamp it out onto some pattern paper, and this is some scraps I have from last year. I want to use up some of my scraps, and this is some really pretty Christmas paper. So I'm all about using what you already have. And I want to show you how we're going to stamp this out. Just very simply onto, I need 4 of these, and then I'm going to be cutting these out. So let me just go ahead and stamp this. I really want that black outline to be on it. And I want to have it going all in the same direction. So I'm going to stamp, let's see if I can get 1 or 2 of these in here. Let's see how much I can get in there. So I'm just using this to get a good stamp on there. That's good. That's good enough. Okay, let's see if I can get another one in there, because I need 4 of these banners to fill up my card, and these are going to be my background. So you'll see what I'm talking about as we move through the process. And this is a great way to use up your scraps, because if you're like me, we always have scraps in our stash. Okay, now you see that right there, right on the middle? I'm just going to wipe that off. I don't want to mess up my gorgeous pattern on here. So I'm just going to gently kind of wipe this middle part off just enough so that doesn't get on there. See, I'm not editing anything out. I want you to see the whole process, because maybe this has happened to you before. It's really squeaky there, but I'm just going to do as much as I can, and I'll go back and do a better job on this, wiping that off. And I'm just using regular wet wipes for this. Okay, so we're going to try this again. I'm going to stamp it on here. Just want that outline. Okay, make sure my pattern is going the same way. I'm just going to come right up to the edge there. I'm trying to utilize as much of this paper as I can. Get that complete banner on there. And let's go right here. Let's see if I can do next to this. I might have to come down a little bit. Let's see. It'll come right over here. That's fine. Okay, it looks like it's going to work. So I just needed 4 of these on here. Oh yeah, that's going to work. Okay, so as you can see, got my banners on there, and in case you're wondering, this is some old paper from last year. It's Echo Park, and it's 6x6 paper pad, and it's called 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, Volume 1. And so I've used a lot of this, and I have some scraps left over, so that's what I'm using in case you want to know. But everything I use today will be listed below in the description. And so I am going to just be cutting right on the outline, because I want that black outline on there. And I love using my stamps on decorative paper, a paper with pattern, just to see what it looks like. And these are going to be perfect for the background I'm trying to create on this card. And it's a really easy card to make. Just want to make sure I get that black in there so it has that nice little outline. So I'm going to need 4 of these. I'm going to close that ink up. Let's see. Okay, so you see how that looks? Look how adorable that is. Okay, so I'm going to do these other 3 and I'll come back and we'll get started on putting our card together. Okay, so these are all cut out and I want a really nice, simple, clean look on this card. And I'm going to just be spacing these out to put them right on here. I'm just going to put my sentiment, Happy Holidays on here. And this is one of those cards where you can make a bunch of them. So if you need to make a whole lot of cards and you don't want to have too much on it, this is a really quick and simple card. Okay, I'm just going to center it toward the bottom here. All right. And let's go ahead and put the banners on, make a nice background on this. So I'm just kind of lining these up to see. I think that's going to work out nicely. Look at that. And I do want a little bit of added dimension on this. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's going to work out perfect. Look at that. Okay, so I'm going to use some of this mounting tape to give a little bit of dimension on here. I think it'll look better if it has more dimension on there. Just that little extra really makes a difference. And I want to line this up. I'm just going to use this way and start on this side first so I can have everything kind of spaced out okay on here. So you see how where I'm going with this? Very nice, clean look to this. Simple. All right. Sometimes simple is best when you're doing these things. And you can fancy it up a little bit. I am going to add just a little bit of sparkle to this one too, so. Right about there. Let me just make sure I'm still lined up, okay? There. See, so we're good to go. So you're just really kind of making sure you position them in a good way so that everything is lined up. And I'm going to go ahead and finish off the 2 of those. Okay, so our card is coming along here. Let me just give you a close-up. I think it needs some sequins on there. It needs some sparkly stuff for the holidays. And it's got that little bit of dimension on it, which makes it real nice. And that black border really brings it out too. Okay, so let's go ahead and put a few of these on here. See, I got some, I do have green. I need a dark green, let's see, for the holidays. I love looking at all this sparkly stuff. All right. Just gonna put 3 on here. Yep, get my art glitter glue. Let's make sure that I don't get too much out there. I'm usually heavy-handed with this. So right along here, I think 3. Oops, see, I'm always heavy-handed with this. Let's just get some of that off. Nice thing is that this stuff will dry clear. And that's a good thing. Okay, let's start that again. One there. Just a tiny dot. A little bit goes a long way. Okay, right there. And I think a bow would be nice on here too. Before I do that, right across if you ever want to break up your color, all you have to do is maybe add something like this right along the sides there. Just a little bit of a strip right there. Now you're breaking some of that up. Let's see. So I'm going to add this on here. Just going to cut a tiny bit off there, not too much. So it'll fit, right? Just like that. It almost looks like it has a little, like a ribbon across it or something. So this is just some of the scraps of paper from the same paper pack that I'm using. So you see how that little bit, using every little piece. This is why I don't throw away some of my pieces, because I could always use it for something else. And look how adorable that looks. Look at that. Just adding that little bit kind of ties everything in. And I think we're gonna need a bow there. So I've got this matches perfectly, this jute twine. So let's see if I can make a quick bow here. I may have to cut it down a little bit. So let's see, I'm trying to make a little double bow here. I need more of a loop here, let's see. Let's see if I can do this. I think this will work. That might be a little bit too big. I'm just going to pull these little tails here till it's a size that I think will be perfect for it. All right, so I'm going to cut these off. Just cut away and cut this away too. You might hear laughter in the background. That's my daughter. And let's see, right about there would be good. Yep, I think that'll work. Okay, so let me just get a glue dot off of here. This glue dot is a little bit big, but guess what? It's going to work today. And you know why it's going to work? Because I said so. And I'll be sure to put everything that I use, including this handy dandy tool, below. Actually, let me add it on here first. See if that'll work. Oh, this stuff is really sticky. And I always add art glitter glue to almost everything. I don't know if you do that too, just to give it that added stability. That looks really cute. And I'm loving that. Kind of has a little roughness to it. And look at that. Look how quickly that card came together. Super cute. And you could add different things to it. If I wanted, I could have moved this up here. You could put it in the center here if you want. You can put some gems, some of the sequins along here if you wanted to, on each one of these. I'm already seeing other ideas with this. So I hope this inspired you. It was a quick and easy card. Let me show the other one I did using some other scraps from this same paper pack. A little bit different. Has a nice pattern. And I went with the gems that would match. The sequins. And added a bow. So you see how you can use your scraps to create a background, put the papers together using the same pattern over and over, and you can actually fill up space doing that. So I hope this inspired you. I'll put everything to Maymay's store in the description box below. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done it already. And I will see you real soon. Bye.